Whole lot has happened since I've been gone. Tariq got fired from Power Book 2 Ghost. Didn't even know it. We'll discuss that. BMF, Ep.4, was a calm episode, but a needed episode because, when we get these type of episodes, what's coming next is going to be turned up. We'll discuss what's going to be happening in Episode 5 of BMF. Tommy and Ghost, we're going to get their prequel. People have been waiting for that, and we are going to finally get it. That information has been announced. I think that might be what led to Tariq getting fired. We'll discuss that and so much more on this edition of Black Entertainment News on the Life Gains channel. Let's get it going right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
That's right, y'all. You're in the building with the all-knowing, all-loving, all-feeling, all-seeing, all-powerful. Just damn all everything. Sexy as hell host. That's me. I'm back. Hopefully, I'm back for the long run. All I can say is, everybody, tomorrow's not promised. Make sure the people that you love know that they love you and that they are reciprocating that same love. I had some headache issue, never had headache issues, but for those that are dealing with headache problems, my heart goes out to you. I didn't need to feel your pain to know that you were suffering, but I actually had to scar my knee to understand exactly what that pain feels like. And it was the worst pain of my life. I've never had anything this excruciating than damn near 8 days straight of a headache that you couldn't really do anything with. And so there's no price you can put on your good quality and physical health. There's no price you can put on it. People who are billionaires, if they was to ever get in a situation where they had low quality of life, they would give away all their money to have that quality of life. I challenge you, my subscribers, some of you that are new, I challenge you to start trying to do everything you can do in your control to make your quality of life and your fitness the best it can possibly be. This situation just reminded me of how it is important that you do everything you can within your power to take control of your health, because you never know what's going to happen on the next day. And so having said that, that is my challenge to everyone that's hearing my voice today. What can you do to improve your health? What can you do to make your fitness better so that the people that love you can love you longer, and not only love you longer, but love you with greater quality? Meaning that if you want to go hiking with them young whippersnappers, you can go to the Himalayas and hike. If you want to go deep sea fishing with them young whippersnappers, you can do that too. I am challenging you to do the best you can to put your health in your hands and control it as best you possibly can, because tomorrow's not promised, and I want you guys to have the best quality of life possible. So we get the news that Tommy and Ghost are going to get a prequel, but that news didn't come until we got this mess right here. Let me see here. So this was my my thumbnail. We get this right here. Michael Rainey Jr. says he was blindsided by Power Book 2 cancellation. And it goes on further. This is what he said on his social media. Don't ask me nothing. I don't know what's going on in them offices. Laugh my A off. They tripping. Final season on the way, though, I guess. Now, let's think about that, people. Do you really think a network as big as Starz, with a star as big as Michael Rainey Jr., who has been doing Disney and all that, do you really think they're going to forget to tell him, oh, by the way, we're not going to be doing another season? Stop it. Stop it. And so 50 Cent goes on further to play into this whole bull jive and says, this is what 50 says. When news broke that Michael Rainey Jr. was blindsided by the cancellation of Power Book 2 Ghost, 50 Cent entered the chat. The rapper and executive producer of Power Universe posted a screenshot of the TMZ headline, Michael Rainey Jr. was blindsided. In the caption, 50 Cent wrote, yeah, because Michael Rainey Jr. doesn't answer his damn phone. Did he think that by ignoring their phone calls that they were just going to say, oh, well, I guess we can't cancel the show? He's not picking up his phone. He's one of the main stars. We just can't cancel the show because he's not picking. No, y'all, stop it. Michael Rainey Jr. knew this was coming. 50 knew this was coming. Maybe Michael Rainey Jr. is a little bitter about it. I don't know why, because as much as we have jokes on him, dude has been acting longer than most adults in Hollywood have been acting. He's got a well-established career in acting as a young person, and he's going to continue to get roles because he can act. I can see Michael Rainey Jr. going to the MCU, or maybe he'll go over to DC now that they under new helm. So this is not the end for Michael Rainey Jr. It's probably the beginning of him doing more expanded things. And for them to act like didn't nobody know that this was coming, folks, this is all part of the marketing machine. Don't believe that stuff no further than you can through it. Everybody in these parties knew what the hell was going on. Okay, so Michael Rainey Jr., you can go on somewhere else with that one. And we know we'll see you acting again. But we're all ready for this new season that's coming. We know you're going to make it fire, and we're prepared for it. So some of the reasons why people speculated we wasn't going to have a new season of Book 2 is because of this right here. Deadline reported last week, Power franchise expanding again with Ghost and Tommy prequel series in development at Starz. Yeah. Power prequel series in the works, diving into Ghost and Tommy's origin story. That's probably why they're getting rid of Tariq's story, because the age groups kind of match up and work into the age group of probably what you will see Tommy and Ghost. And I think there's even some speculations and rumblings that we might see the original Tommy and Ghost later on as those seasons develop. How would you guys like to see Tommy and Ghost putting on whatever stuff they got to put on their face so they look young as hell, and see what we missed out on prior to when we saw them in the first season of Tommy and Ghost in Power? How would you guys like to see that? I think that's what the fans are clamoring for. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, sit tight. Sit tight. We've got somebody coming to us. Is Atlanta's own Monique Nicole. How you doing, sis?
Lamont!
What's up?
I miss you.
Same here. Happy to have you back. Happy to see you in good health. That's important.
Thank you. You as well, my brother. You as well.
Hanging tough. And
we talked offline, and it's important for us to always take care of ourselves. So I'm very happy to see you back in these YouTube streets where you belong. You're the GOAT. We need you. You're one of the pioneers of this thing. So when you're not in it, it feels a little off. I'll say that. So I'm I
appreciate you.
Very happy to see you back.
It does feel a little something not to be involved, but I'm happy to see that you, Moochie, Miss K, Jay, you guys do such a good job of holding your own. That's the dream. That's teamwork. Seeing you do your thing when others aren't around. So I'm happy that you guys are still here, and so much has happened, and I'm just kind of catching up on this Tariq. This Tariq, Michael Rainey Jr. and Power, new Tommy, new Ghost prequel. How are you feeling about all that, Monique Nicole? Jump on in this conversation.
Mr. Lamont, I have so much to say. It's so funny how they did it. It was essentially back to back. I think the news dropped on like a Wednesday and a Thursday.
Yeah, you had this.
Then on Wednesday we had the origins. So
okay.
Everybody was geeked out about Tommy and Ghost and in 50 Cent fashion and whoever else, the powers that be. They hit us with the okie doke, and the next day was the news of Ghost being the fourth and final season. And that kind of, for me, overshadowed the Tommy and Ghost origins. It overshadowed it, I'll be honest. I think
you would have preferred them to. Would you have preferred them to announce the cancellation show first, then hit us on the back end with they're going to have the new show? Would that had hit you a little better?
I always say, give me the bad news first, and then the good news. So,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, with that, as far as season 4 goes, comes a lot of speculation. I would love to pick your brain on that, whether on this platform or behind the scenes, but I would love to pick your brain about that. A lot of people, some people think that there is a method to the madness, and this might be leading to a bigger thing at the end. Mm-hmm. And they're just kind of hitting us with the okie doke, and this might lead to something. So my brain is a little bit scattered. My initial thought was shock, because I did not see them ending Power Book 2 Ghosts with season 4. I think it's going to be an epic season. I think it's going to be a very good season, and I am excited. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Definitely, it's going to be good. And I don't know what new thing they could hit us with at the end of this season that could tie in Michael Rainey Jr. to anything that's OG, unless he's going to Chicago. That's the only. But the problem with that is the timelines are different. The timelines are different, and so the only thing I can see them. You good? Only thing I can see them doing is maybe something where they can shift the timeline a little bit so that they can have Michael Rainey Jr. go to Chicago and work with Tommy. I don't know how you would pull that off, but we've seen stranger things happen, and that could be interesting. How many of y'all would be here to see Michael Rainey Jr. go to Chicago and work with Tommy? How many of y'all would be here for that? I'd be here for it. It's going to be a different playing field. It's going to be a whole new playing field, because them folks over in Chicago ain't playing with Tommy no more.
They ain't playing with him. I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I should say my theory on your platform. I mean, I've already said it publicly. Me and Moochie have shared the sentiment on our platforms. What if at the end of all this, a certain someone comes back?
And they're going to start a brand new show from him coming back. Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody be here for it. The thing is he here for it?
Well, I don't. Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I don't know if you saw it. I'll send this interview clip to you. Later. If you haven't seen it, about a year and a half ago, Omari Hardwick did an interview.
I saw it. I saw it.
So if they give him this, he'll come back. So I feel like if y'all paying Mary $400,000 an episode,
so be more careful. Lord,
Hardwick, the face of the franchise, the GOAT, the one that everyone is wanting to come back, y'all got to pay him what he's worth. So we'll see. That's all I'm going to say.
And to have such an abrupt announcement that you're canceling a show like that could easily delve into the fact that they done worked out something with Omari Hardwick.
Could be.
They done worked out something.
You just never know.
You could have it. But then the thing would be, it would be fun to speculate how would they do a show with just him, because Tommy's in Chicago.
I didn't say just him.
Well, I don't know y'all's theory, so I'm not going to speculate on it.
I will say I can, and shout out to Moochie, because we talked offline. I could see a situation where he got to come back and save Tariq.
Okay.
Something happened with them moving forward.
Right. Okay. All right. Hey, I'm here for it. I think a lot of the fans would be here for it, and we definitely would cover any situation like that. So you guys let me know. Are you finally ready to see Amari Hardwick come back and ride off into the sunset with a show that him and Tommy made famous? I'm here for it. Let's make it happen. Now that we've got Monique's attention, we are going to talk about BMF, and we in the A, and we know she's a big time player in the A and homeowner in the A now. Congratulations. Just can't do nothing with black folks stepping their game up. You can't do nothing with it. She's stepping that game up. How did you like this last episode? For me, it was kind of like it was a calm episode, but you know it's leading up to something.
Absolutely.
And so how did you like it? And we can there's certain parts about it we can talk about, but just overall tell me what your thoughts were, and then I'll go through certain angles, especially that old cougar that I told you can't get rid of. I told you couldn't get rid of that cougar. She keeps coming back.
You talking about Marquisha?
Marquisha, yeah.
$2 help. Sorry.
Oh, God, Toby. You know, Freaknik just came out this week, the documentary, right?
Yeah. I heard from you and a couple other people that it was a little underwhelming. They could have added more to it, essentially. And
yeah. The best way to put it, it was very informative, but not that entertaining.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I've heard that from you and a couple others. Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely worth the watch. Don't get me wrong.
I'm watching it,
but
it
felt like, and I understand why they did it, but at the same time, you still want to give entertainment value that people are kind of expecting, because they did give you information about how it got started, how it wasn't supposed to be a freaky deaky thing, and all that. But at the end of the day, the draw is the fact that it was a freaky deaky thing, you know. And you should have spent a little more time on that part. So that's why I say it was very informative. Wasn't quite as entertaining as it was informative.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Yeah.
Talk to me about this BMF episode.
I'm trying to, I only saw it once, so I'm trying to, but
I can coach you on in there if you want me to now. I
love to hear your take.
Let me coach you on in there first.
Come on, man.
This thing started out real nice and good, y'all, because Loco done told Meech he's got a shipment of bricks that fill up a whole daggone airplane. And I love this dude right now. Loco, I love this dude. Like the little relationship between him and Meech is funny, and his homeboy. So we'll start there. Start with me on how you felt when he heard about this big shipment. He's got to go meet a pilot in Detroit. How was you feeling saying Meechie about to go home?
At first, I was like, yes, this is a win for Meech and BMF. And when there was miscommunication, was it implied that it was due to the language barrier?
Yeah, definitely. Meech thought he was only going to get like 200 and something bricks, and it was 2,500.
2,500. Baby, that was so funny. I was like, yo, not the language barrier bucking up the business. I said that is hilarious. But yeah. I loved, and shout out to Miss K because she pointed this out on her channel. I loved how they spoke in code when Meech and T were on the phone, whatever. Terry was on the phone. Like, I really liked that. Because they're young. We have to remember they're very young, but they're very smart. And I'm gonna be honest, this became controversy on Brillo's channel. Shout out to Brillo. This season, Meech is stepping it up. Meech has been making some boss moves. I feel like Meech's character this season really is showing him as a leader. And the way he's able to lead, he does have a little more leadership skills than his brother. I feel like
you don't feel like he's always been like that, though.
He's always been like that, but I think the writers are intentionally highlighting it more this season. If you reflect on season 1 and 2, the writers made us very aware of both characters' pros and cons, their flaws and their strengths equally. But for some reason, this season, they are really, really, to me, putting Meech in the forefront when it comes to BMF. Like, he's really like shining this season as far as business sense, his leadership skills, how he's willing to take risk and, you know, be strategic and plan. Like, it's very, yes, thank you, young boy. It's more noticeable this season, very much so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. And it seems like Terry this season, it seems like he's been fighting Meech, but he eventually falls in line. Yeah. Like, it's like, dude, why are you giving this dude so much grief if all you're going to do is eventually just fall in line in the first place? You know,
Meech is typically right. Like, it's looking like 9 times out of 10, you know, what's going on? Like,
how did you like he done took Greenie Girl, told Angel, baby, you ain't got to do all that stuff you've been doing no more. I want you to stay right here. My man gonna guard you. I gotta go handle some business. I'm gonna be back. How you liking the way they evolve in this relationship? You know, I got trust issues. I got trust issues.
Baby, I got trust issues too.
Okay.
So this is where I'm gonna go with this. From a chivalry and, you know, being a gentleman standpoint, I like it. He's doing it to where he likes the girl, he sees potential in the girl. He's like, look, I got you. He ain't saying I'm gonna take care of you. He's just saying, do what you gotta do, go work. If you want to strip, go strip, but you get to keep your money. I am not gonna take your money. You keep your money. You stack your coins up. You know what I'm saying? Now he's out as far as like, yo, you can stay here because he knows the block is hot with old boy. So he's like, look, stay here. Security gonna be here. Da 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 da. But I feel like some people try to call him a simp and like, you know, clown him. But I'm like, no, like he's just being a gentleman. He sees a girl that was in a really bad situation. And to me, he's just trying to speak life into her and, you know, and really help her get on her feet. You know what I'm saying? Because she was in an abusive situation. So I like it. Now with her, I don't know about her. I can see it going 2 ways. I can see her because what do they call it? Where you kind of go back to your abuser.
Stockholm syndrome.
I could see that happening, which would be really sad. Or I could see her getting hurt just in the crossfire. You know what I mean? So I could see both. I could see both. I could see either scenario happening. I don't think she's going to do anything to hurt him intentionally. But again, with the Stockholm syndrome thing, it's very psychological. So yeah. But I could see her. Yeah. So I got my good eye on her, as Nita.
That's where I'm at with it. Like I like when you've been traumatized the way she's been traumatized, and all you know is that it's very hard to relinquish and just believe in what's good. Exactly. So and then on top of that, Meech was landed on thick. When she was going to try to reward him for all this chivalry, she was about to drop to her knees, and he was like, "Nah, baby, I don't want you to do it like that. Let's basically instead of you giving, let's make love instead of hardcore." It's basically what he did.
Yeah,
you know,
and I really appreciate that.
I do too. But when you have someone who has had the beaten down mentality that this woman has had, those type of things can just kind of, they can further push you. And so I got my eye on her.
For sure.
I would like for her to do fine, but I got my eye on her. I really do. You know, and it would be hurtful if this boy get back to GA and his whole damn building infiltrated, because
that's what, you know, some of the fellas, you know, in the YouTube community had a problem with, I guess, Meech trusting her so much and like leaving her in his home and like taking her back to a home versus maybe putting her up in a hotel for a week or so. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
right.
A problem with like, you're trusting.
That's legit. That's
a fair point. Yeah, it's a fair point.
That's legit. So then Meech, after he loves her up, he gets to Detroit, and Terry's just like everybody happy to see Meech except for Terry. Terry's worried about the social services. He's still worried about Marquisha. Everybody, he's just like But
yeah,
Meech come and let him know we about to fix these problems, bro. We got these bricks we got to go get.
bricks.
And yeah, not forget a brick, Monique. This is a damn house. Like it was enough bricks in that plane to make a house. You feel me? Like you can go make you a damn Wagner Garden Road or something you want to with them bricks they got. Do you feel like when T seen him and how much love the fellas was giving him, did you feel like that rubbed T the wrong way? I think it did.
I think it did. I think T is being like a little brother who, Meech is big man on campus, and I guess he felt like, damn, you about to come up in here and take the shine away from me. Basically, it's like I just started to getting these fellas to kind of believe in me and trust in me and try to take my lead, and here you come, snatching it back, snatching the power back away from me.
But the thing is, they all BMF. That's the part where you want Terry to just be like, look, dude, we all BMF. There shouldn't be this overwhelming feeling of I'm losing something. We all family. Like, let's make this thing happen. So, and we'll come back to them in a minute. How did you feel about the reveal of what was going on with them bricks and that Detective Jen, she ain't no slow leak?
Okay, baby. Their dynamic is just very interesting. I mean, I do think she's going to pull back, knowing that whatever he's into, how grimy it is, she's going to pull back because she knows that it's ultimately to save Kevin. So I do think she's going to give him a little bit of grace. I don't think she's going to be an issue for him. Hell, she might even start to try to cover up for him, because if that other detective starts digging and gets closer, I can see Jen kind of letting Bryant know, yo, watch yourself, because they're starting to dig, so I see them still low-key working together now that she goes, hey, this is for my family, this is for Kevin. So yeah.
Are we going to see any more Oriental African soup mixes between them two?
I will throw up. I will throw up. That was one of the nastiest, ugliest sex scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Because you didn't enjoy the two individuals involved, Monique Nicole? I mean, you can be honest. I mean, look, I don't like.
Some people.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like to see rabbits having sex.
I would rather see Sax and Jenny again doing it.
Okay.
I would, and that was so cringy for me, but I would rather see them do it again than see what I saw between Bryant and Jen. No.
Well, I don't think Sax is going to be getting any more of that Jenny sauce.
Yeah, R.I.P. But you know what I'm saying. I don't.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to my folks that's still rocking with Daddy Flannery, because Daddy Flannery was landed on thick this episode. Daddy Flannery, I'm thinking, dude, you about to go try out for the Mr. Olympia? He in here doing curls and got on his tightest wife beater he can find in his closet. Then he was running around there damn near naked. And if the wind would have blew just enough, that little towel would have came off, showing her all the goodies. How did you like about Daddy Flannery basically saying, look, I know you're dealing with Dr. Reese, Dr. Thunder from Down Under, but at the end of the day, I just want to understand where we at so I can make my peace. How did you like that?
Yo, Charles think he's slick. I think he pulled listen, y'all know I'm a fair person. I give credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, Charles, that was some smooth shit, brother. That was some smooth shit. He said, I ain't even gonna get mad about the shit. I'm gonna confront her, let her know that I know, but we cool, baby. No sweat, no pressure. He pumping that iron all episode, showing his muscles and stuff.
Yeah. He around there spitting on his muscles. I'm like, don't the niggas in the Olympia don't be glistening that much. You running around here. You every time you turn around, you probably
He got the sweat glistening on all over his body. You know what I mean? Being real smooth operator when he talk. Oh, this part. Yeah, I fixed you dinner. You know, it's downstairs. You know, so I made that for you, baby. Woo! Since when you cooking dinner, Charles? You know, shit. He got even Lucille got a little hot and bothered. Y'all saw when she
look at Lucille. Look at her back there.
When she walked back to that room and was like, "Whew,
Mm-hmm.
let me calm myself down because that coochie was jumping. She was ready.
It sure was, boy. That thing was like potato salad down there on that light skin. It sure was, boy. Charles about to beat a spoon, boy. You about to get it jumping. Like, for me, everybody knows what really happened with them, and I've just been trying to figure out how the writers are going to make this a situation where I think that the fans can get behind both. How can you do this so the fans can get behind both? And I honestly think that they've done a good job considering everything Charles has done of kind of getting people back on his side this season, especially after the last episode in which he kind of went down there and got touched by Meech. You know, just the whole helping Meech get the house, kind of reminiscing about the hopes, the things he wished he could have done for them back in the beginning, and it just didn't happen. And then eventually he signed a house. You know, he went on ahead and he did that, even though he ain't with the game. And now they're writing him in a way where it seems like he's okay with what's happening with him and Lucille, and he's not gonna fight it. But at the same time, he is fighting it because he don't really want to lose her. That's why he's running around there showing off all his damn wares, more wares than an appliance salesman. He's showing it off.
It's a lot because I love that he's trying to fight for his marriage, but you should have been fighting for it before you put your Peter Weeder in another woman. And then we have to let's go back to that.
Okay.
It's like you already it's bad enough that you cheated. But you didn't cheat with no regular old scallywag. You cheated with a friend of mine. That's a level of deceit and griminess that I just don't know. I don't know about that one because I feel like in a marriage, even though I'm against infidelity 100,000%, I know that if that were to take place, when you talk of marriage and children, for me, it's not something that I would just say, sign the divorce papers. I would have to process it. And, you know, who's to say I wouldn't fight for my marriage? So I'm not even.
There's levels to it. Like what you said, there's levels to it. Definitely.
I would be willing, if my husband messed up and he is fighting for our marriage, I would try to work it out. But the thing that would make me not work it out and have an issue with working it out is if you cheated with my friend. That is just someone that has been in our home, someone who I called a friend. It's just, I don't know if you can come back from that. I don't know.
It's levels. And usually that's the situation with those type things though, Mo. It's usually someone who has been in a home type thing.
Yeah.
And when you talk about there being levels to all this type of stuff, some depending upon whom it is and how their situation, that's a level. That's a level. Like for some people, it's like this. You know, you can make the mistake and then there's no kids involved. But then when you make the mistake and there's kids involved, that is a constant reminder to whomever was done wrong of your mistake. You know, like you have the mental version that you can't get out your head. Then you also have the living, breathing, everyday reminder. And for some people, that's a bridge too far. you know, for some people. Just depends on the situation. And they definitely going to write this to a divorce. It's just, how are they going to get us on the off ramp and maybe have the fans still cheering for both, is what I'm wondering.
The fans are divided. We got Team Charles. We got the toxic crew who want to be Team Charles and want to ignore the fact of what he did.
I'm team both of them.
I'm team. You know what, Lamont?
Yeah.
I'm team both of them too. I'm
team both of them because I can see fault in both.
Absolutely.
But at some point in time, you've got to you either got to come together, and try to fight for it, or you got to deal with the realization that one part of this union has said enough is enough. I'm moving on, and then you move on in the correct order.
I agree.
And Monique 69 Ways said, God, I hate you, Monique. I hate you. She gonna say that Charles is even trying to fix them walls that he should have fixed 15 years ago.
Nigga, I've been asking you for 10 years to fix these goddamn walls. And now you want to fix them, boy. That would not impress me, because nigga, I've been asking you for years to fix this shit. You think that would have been the dead giveaway. If he was nice and pumping iron and fixed my meal, that probably would have won me over. But when he touched the walls, something in me would have clicked, and I would have been like, I see you for your works. I see you. You ain't slick, brother Tucker.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we've been married damn near almost. We pushing 2 decades now, and you know, you go through counseling and you talk about these various things.
Yep.
Sometimes what he just did, it might seem like
strategic,
or a Hail Mary, but in the grand scheme of what a counselor would tell you, if that's something you want done, you can't get mad that he is now doing it and try to say, I don't want you doing it now. When this is something
I'm not gonna say that, but in my head, I'm like, I know what you're doing.
Right. So I don't know. We'll see where they go with them. I'm hoping for the best, because I do like both actors. I mean, both of them are super talented. Like, folks, there's so much talent out there that don't get to put on the big pedestal. I don't know why, but both of them can act their butt off.
Absolutely.
But then we get to this airplane. No. Before we get to the airplane, let's get to this chick right here.
Jesus.
Let's get to Markeisha, who has a judge in her pocket. And then we get up here to Henry, who saw a little taste of Markeisha and started getting thirsty like she wanted a drink. T got so mad he had to step up and call the girl a B. Talk to me about this, Monique. How you feeling Henry anyway?
Baby. Put me on the camera. Stars casting. You know what? I'm not even gonna go in on the actor, because a lot of times it don't be the actor. They just playing the part that y'all laid out for them.
Oh, and she killing the part. That's the thing. That the actor who's playing Henry, she can act. She can act. Definitely.
I believe it.
And you hate her. You hate her because she is reminding you of St. Louis if he wasn't in a damn wheelchair.
I don't know who the hell she reminded me of, but I know she looked like Blade. I told the other day, she looked like she on Blade with the slick back. She got the cane. She got looks like a little vampire. I don't know. She just gives me like, okay, I think her first episode, I was like, okay, it's just getting corny for me.
Okay. And that's been the sentiment too, Mo. I ask people on my videos, like, give me your sentiment for Henry, and how much screen time she's absorbing this season. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's getting a lot of screen time, and it's divided amongst my audience.
It gives me corny, and it's not because she's a woman. it gives me corny. I feel like for a villain for BMF, y'all had Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever big villain is coming after him, I'm sorry, and it's not fair to them. They have very big shoes to fill. Lamar was a top tier villain. Even last season, oh boy, who what's his name? The one that was cutting off lips and shit.
Yeah.
He scared me.
Yeah.
He was scary. Once he cut off that heifer's lips, I was like, oh, I want no parts. I want no parts. He put fear. He had fear. You know what I mean? He made you like, oh shit. I don't think I want.
So you don't fear Henry?
No.
You
don't
really?
He does not scare me.
After all the things she has done this season,
which hasn't been much, but she don't scare me. She has not scared me yet. I know I will say this, she's about that life because she put a bullet in old girl's head. She about that life. I'll give her that, but I'm not scared of her. Like, she has not scared me yet. K9, that was his name. K9 scared the hell out of me.
So for you, she's more like, you know how you have the big balls, then you have the henchman who's always doing too much. She reminds you of the henchman who's always doing too much. Like, they want to be the big boss. They want to be the one with all the power and the control. But you see every day why they don't have all the power and the control. That's how Henry is. Would that be a fair assessment of Henry for you?
That's fair. I just, like I said, she gives me corny right now. It's giving corny.
Okay. All right. Well,
impressed.
She sure enough was impressed with Markeisha Cougar behind, wanted to get a taste, told her to quit messing around with young boys, and
she want to get up in them panty drawers, like you would say.
Yeah, I don't know if she can handle Markeisha. I don't know. I mean, Markeisha might have that biggest penis you get from Adam and Eve mail right back to the shop. That's an old cougar to know how to handle some things. Now I don't know,
boy.
But so we get to the airplane. It's loaded with drugs, and I was a little worried about this airplane pilot at first. I ain't gonna front, because he seemed like he was lazy as hell. He kind of almost gave off a racist vibe. But then when I seen the way he handled these two and came out and took care of Coach Cop, I was like, he about that bread. He is about that bread, and he know who butters his bread. Talk to me about how you like the way he hemmed up Coach Cop. Save Michi.
Oh, I love that scene. But yes, in the beginning, I was apprehensive of the pilot. I was like, oh Lord, I hope this isn't nothing shady. I hope it's not a setup. But yeah, I loved this scene. I thought it was very clever. You know, it was a dope ass scene, and I was laughing at Brian's ass because he's just so thirsty for Meech, and it's so late and tired at this point. Like, it's misdirected anger. Like, Meech ain't really do shit to me. Really, in the grand scheme of things, Meech ain't really done nothing to Brian to deserve him gunning for him the way that he is. Bryant
made Michi his white horse, basically.
Yeah.
He's just blaming everything on Meech. Like, Meech is the fall guy for Bryant, basically, is what it is.
Now, I don't know if you've heard in these YouTube streets from other creators, but this move from Meech is very controversial. Some people are even calling him a snitch or a rat because he technically hemmed up Brian. You know, I don't see it that way. I do not see it that way at all. I don't think this is an example of snitching. This is a dog eat dog situation. It's basically do or die. It's basically you or me. And Bryant is relentless. So Meech knew he had to do something, and he pulled a move and he got away. I do not see this as snitching whatsoever, but some people do. What do you say to that?
I'm with you. It's dog eat dog. End of the day, you got to get away one way or the other one, and he got away. Like, it is what it is. There's levels to all this stuff, and there's levels to quote unquote snitching. So
absolutely,
he did what he had to do. And to those of you who are a little how can I say this? Touched by something you get from Adam and Eve when it comes to Henry.
Shut up.
She has bought. They have bought time for what's about to be a turn to. I can go ahead and tell y'all right now.
What?
Episode number 5 of BMF.
Be
If you are a Game of Thrones fan, think about that red wedding.
Shut
going
up.
down.
No,
going down.
Don't do that.
Yes, think of that red wedding going down in the A. Get ready. It's coming. Get ready.
That is a I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to see because
get ready.
History of Game of Thrones, but we'll see. You made the comparison, so we gonna okay. I'm gonna see.
And I could even step out there and go a little further and add more to it, but you all have a pretty good sense of me and hyperbole, and it's usually my hyperbole is never as bad as fucking 50 Cent. Okay, like I when I give hyperbole, it's usually on the nose. It ain't some blow out the wall craziness. So this last episode was a calm down kind of taper, settle on in. We hear y'all. We understand how y'all feel about Henry. We haven't forgot some other folks we done set up that's already in the A that are antagonists. You're gonna see all that coming, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Don't even say no.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's it. It's so thick. I'm not even doing one of my infamous breakdown videos this week. I'm not. I'm not even gonna do it. Y'all just get ready and trust your boy. Now, one thing Stars is good for, Monique.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Is these dinner scenes. How did you like Nikki airing out everything? And you know, I'm on Team Nikki on this one.
I'm Team Nikki. Team freaking Nikki. Now, usually, y'all, I'm old school. I'm like, you know, children stay in a child's place. But no. This ain't no average family situation. I'm all the way Team Nikki. Y'all sitting up here acting like she is not absorbing the shit. This is not a typical family. We got two brothers that are in the drug game that have escaped death. How many times has Nikki had to roll up to the hospital in the middle of the night to check on her brothers who could be dead? That is traumatizing, okay? In the drug game, one got 2 babies and dipping and diving with a cougar.
Mm-hmm.
Mention she witnessed her friend getting the jabby jab by a psychopath in connection to some BS that her brothers were in. Like,
right.
Child was taken out in front of her because of her brothers, essentially.
Exactly.
Beyond traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Lucille and Charles. Y'all not making y'all's situation private. Everybody know what's going on. So y'all act like Nikki's just supposed to la 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 la. She's absorbing all this. She is seeing all this. This is all affecting her. That baby needs therapy. Like, and y'all want her to act like just a little regular kid who no, she had every right to tell them all about themselves. I am Team Nikki. Yes, DeMarcus, she was the MVP of the episode. Her and me.
Definitely.
Because they have to, like, I believe in people, like close friends and family, telling you about yourself. Sometimes you need somebody to tell you about yourself. And the family needed to get checked because the way y'all operate is just not okay, like in any way, shape, or form. And y'all mad at her because she had boys. I get it. It's not appropriate. But it's like, on the grand scheme of things that have happened in that family, her having a couple friends over is so minute. Like, but I get it. I get it as a parent, but they got to cut my girl Nikki some slack. She deserves it. She's been through so much. She deserves it.
Yeah, folks. I was Team Nikki on this one. I'm sorry. Just because you are a child does not absorb you of crazy stuff that happens that can mess with your mind and your mentality permanently. You know, just because you are a child and the adults that are supposed to be in your support system aren't acting right, doesn't mean that you don't have feelings, you don't see things a certain way. It doesn't drive you crazy just because you're a child, and Nikki voiced her opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that mama or daddy didn't try to give her a spanking, but they let her voice her opinion. And it made me feel good that Michi went up there to talk to her about it, because that girl was screaming for counseling, 100%. That was her outcry. And the mom more worried about her using a tampon than she's worried about. She called that mama out.
That is some old school shit that only mamas do. And I get it to an extent, but that's how my mama, that's how a lot of Black mamas are, especially if you come from a Caribbean or African background, baby, you know.
Mm-hmm. And Monique said something that was very cogent. Keep some people in your corner that care about you enough to tell you what you need to hear and not always what you want to hear.
Hello.
So when you got that friend who's telling you that the next network marketing scheme he's going to do is going to be the one that's going to go win, and you need that friend to finally tell you, bruh, let's be real about this thing. Don't try to throw that friend under the bus because he's giving you legitimate information, y'all. Just keep somebody in your corner that's going to tell you what you need to hear and not always what you want to hear. Those are your best friends. Those are the ones that's got your
I have to get in my car for my doctor's appointment.
Oh, you good.
From my phone, so I'm gonna exit out and then let me back in a minute, okay?
Okay. No doubt. Okay. So we got to that, ladies and gentlemen, and then we ended on this mess right here. I've been telling y'all, Stacks could not be trusted. Anytime you got a man that want to call himself 2 Chainz and he only wear one damn chain, he's telling you can't trust him. He's telling you, look at this mess. And not only is he trying to double cross Meech, his big, tall, dumb butt don't even realize that they speaking whatever language they speaking and talking junk about him and is about to double cross him. I need y'all to speak to me on this. What the hell is up with this? 2 Stacks don't even realize they about to get in his butt. You feel me? He don't even realize they about to get up in his butt and do him dirty. He don't get it. He's messing around, and then he's going to wind up probably dying next episode. I mean, I don't have no concrete evidence of it, but don't be surprised if his big dumb butt wind up dying next episode. But please be sure to post me your comments on 2 Stacks, 2 Dumb, and let me get on to my super chatters. By the way, let me just say it's always a blessing to have 79 people middle of a day Monday that want to come and spend some time with me and the people I rocks with. We never take that for granted. We're always thankful. We're always trying to figure out ways we can get you involved. We're always trying to figure out ways we can do more for you. And I just want to say thank you. Continue to help me grow. Continue to help me have a voice in Hollywood as I'm preparing to try to get into this film thing. And I want that voice to always be your voice as well. So I'm always going to listen to what you guys have to say about scripts, shows that we watch, taking into consideration how you feel about certain shows so that voice can also be lended in Hollywood as well. This is a segment when I read the super chatters and the comments that the good people leave in here. Let's see what we got. Tania left me $1. I appreciate you, my sister. You ain't have to do it, but I am grateful you did. Then the big homie, DeMarcus Vaughn, coming through with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, my brother. Very grateful. I think Lenny Edwards might snitch on Henry about buying the ambulance, and this will cause friction with Blaze and Henry. If there's ever a brother that need to start his own YouTube, it's that big homie DeMarcus Vaughn. Bro, you ain't never said nothing wrong. Never. And that is going to be a problem that he's going to have to fix. Definitely. It's going to be a problem he's going to have to fix. But I want you guys to be ready. Episode 5, I'm hearing Red Wedding. I'm hearing I forgot that episode of The Wire. I'm hearing this thing is going to have some folks' feelings hurt. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing y'all better batten down the hatchets. If you cry easy, go get you a blanket. If you need some food and entertainment, make sure you got your popcorn ready. This ain't the Dallas Cowboys we about to be watching. This is about to be BMF at its finest. It's going to be crazy. And Terry, don't forget, Terry is headed to the A. Yes. Get ready. Sally LH says, Lamont, off topic, but did you see that House of the Dragons is back in June? Yes, Miss Sally, I saw it. I am trying to communicate with HBO right now as we speak so that I can be on one of those little panel review doohickeys and see if my wife can come with me and see if they'll let me bring some Team Life Game folks to do that as well. So if you are someone who likes Game of Thrones, just know this channel is fully throned up, okay? We ready for the House of the Dragons. My wife, Team Life Games, the Khaleesi, Miss K, Moochie, we all ready. So be ready. This channel is going to be covering House of the Dragon and all this good lore. Let's see what else we got here. Alex says, Loco looks like a rapper from Cypress Hill. Yeah, he do remind me of that cat. Monique 69. Yeah, Team Black, Monique. We Team Black too. We Team Black. That's right. They coming for that throne. And have y'all seen the trailer for that yet? They did 2 trailers. They did one Team Green, then they did a trailer for Team Black. So get ready. All right, Monique Nicole is back up in here for the closing words. Monique, there's one subject that I wanted to talk about that we brought up in our personal chat we have, and that was the whole thing about Godfrey and Club Shay Shay.
Yes.
Let me play the clip for you, and then we'll end by letting you talk about how you feel about the whole situation. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
You tried to do Saturday Night Live, Def Comedy Jam.
Def Comedy Jam never chose me.
God. I'm trying to figure out how the hell you sitting on my couch. You ain't got chose for nothing. What the hell?
But this is about the most underrated comedian, isn't it? You didn't get chosen for shit. I'm surprised I'm here. Like, this ain't even gonna show. Yo, Def Jam skipped me. I auditioned many times and did well. They never chose me for. Somebody told me, what's his name? Told me, should I bring out names?
Go ahead, sure.
Bob Sumner told me he was the guy that you got through him to get to Jeff. He said, yo, you're not ghetto enough. I go, I'm not from the ghetto, but I'm not from wealth either.
Right.
But I'm not from the ghetto. I'm a normal dude.
Right.
But I'm funny. You've sent me to every other room. There was a room called the Peppermint Lounge, which Bill Bellamy hosted. Mm-hmm. Bill Bellamy hosted that shit, and I did well in that bitch. I was doing all the rooms in Brooklyn, and they just never chose me. They chose everybody around me. They had Dion, Corey, everybody around me, but he never chose me. I don't know what the reason was.
Monique Nicole, how did you feel? How did you feel about this Club Shay Shay with Godfrey the comedian?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Okay.
We can hear you.
There's so many thoughts that I have. So you can't. Okay. There's so many thoughts that I have. Mind you, I haven't seen the whole thing. I just saw several clips or whatever. I enjoyed it. He's speaking his truth. I do think he's not given enough credit, and he spoke on all types of stuff: Def Comedy Jam, SNL, all types of things, and it's just like, I'm gonna go with the point of the whole, like, you're not hood enough, you're not ghetto enough, and it's just like, we have got to stop that in the Black community. Like, we can't be like, oh, we're not a monolith, but then, like, you guys, like, y'all try to put us in a box, and the thing is, we do it to each other. Like, the minute someone is like different, you try to label them as something else. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I feel for the brother. Like, it's a sucky feeling when you know you're qualified for something. You know you're good at it, You know you are.
Right.
And you don't get it because of some BS reasons. And then I found it very interesting when he said about SNL, he knows he murked that audition. He would have been amazing on SNL. I can see it now. He would have been amazing. But what did they tell him? I guess they didn't want him to be too big of a star.
Right.
Like a what, Eddie Murphy? Like, so
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, but I'm glad he's speaking out. And I hope this will give him more opportunities. I hope so.
If there's anything you could say, that Club Shay Say, that couch has been a safe space. And a lot of the things that we all swear that we're concerned about, helping the Black community, it keeps coming up in that Club Shay Shay. Even with these people that we feel like maybe have made a little bit more success than we have in our own individual walks. And shout out to Richard Lovett. You know I'm from North Carolina, baby. We're getting a lot of the things that plague our own community within us in these Club Shay Shays. And all I can say is, what y'all gonna do about it? How are you gonna be better about it? Most of y'all know that there is a conscious side to me. There's a political side to me. Yep. There is a dog in me. There's all that stuff in me. But one thing that people can't say is that no one can ever say that Mont don't be trying to reach back and help bring folks up with him. Can't never say that.
Preach.
You can't never. It's just that a lot of the times the different things that I try to do videos on or talk about that actually help people, don't nobody want to hear it. It's like, that's not the stuff you want to hear. And so having said that, why don't we continue to challenge each other to make better choices, try to uplift each other as best we can. And I think this is the best point to stop, because somebody's about to get out to an important meeting, not going to say where, not going to say what. And I'm going to let you have the last word as to what people can look forward to from your channel this week, and then we'll get out of here.
Oh, yes, sir. So a few things are going to happen this week. Of course, y'all go check out my recent video with Nita for Reality TV Talk. This week, I'm definitely going to drop a video again for the upcoming Scream 7 movie. I'm a big fan of the Scream franchise. And then I actually might, let's see, one of two things. I'm either going to do a hot topics, because a lot of things have been happening in entertainment that I do want to dive in more on, so you can expect that. But you guys, I'm also going to be launching something, not official yet, but I'm going to be launching something new on my channel that I'm very excited about. So I will just say stay tuned, and please support and turn on the notification bell button. That way you get notified whenever I drop new content. And yeah.
All right. Y'all better follow us, sister. We got movers and shakers right here within this lure, people. Y'all might be looking up 5 years from now, seeing some of us at the Oscars and all kinds of stuff. So stay ground floor with us, so that when we top floor, y'all riding with us. That's going to do it for today. We out of here. Have a good one. We'll see you later on this week. That's a good one, Monique.